Hey guys, so before you get into this episode, just to know this is super unprofessional, but when I was setting up our new cameras, I didn't put myself in focus. So the whole episode, after the intro, I am not in focus. It doesn't affect the audio quality. The audio quality is great. I promise I'm going to not do that again in the future, inshallah. Enjoy this episode and forgive me. It's going to feel like you're watching the episodes and you've lost your glasses. But other than that, I'm pretty sure Adam is in focus for the whole episode. So please do enjoy Adam and blurry Faisal. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to Freshly Grounded. This episode is with Adam Afghan. We had Adam on the podcast before where he was speaking a lot about his mental health, his journey with his mental health and kind of mental health in general. This time we just had a bit of a chinwag. And I hope you guys enjoy it. We kind of just had a conversation, man, and I really enjoyed it. I was saying kind of towards the end of the episode that perhaps people are going to listen to this episode and feel like they didn't benefit from it. But I benefited a lot because there was a release of dopamine. I had a great conversation with a great brother, and we just chopped it up, man, and had a lovely chat. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode with Adam Afghan. It's a quick intro because I have to rush for prayer, and I'll see you on the other side of this intro jingle.
And welcome to Freshly Grounded, the brand new podcast by best friends Faisal and Sam.
Huh?
I said welcome to Freshly Grounded,
No, after that bit.
the brand new podcast
And after that bit?
by best friends Faisal and Sam.
Really?
We're live.
Are we live now?
We're live.
Okay, cool.
Welcome back, Mr.
Thank you.
Mr. Afghan.
Thank you. We're using surnames.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you to be sir.
Bro, do you know what? Yeah. I have to say this one thing. People, probably the question I get asked the most is,
Yeah.
who is your favorite podcast guest, right?
Yeah.
I think you know where this is going. Tim Humble.
Fell off the chair. Okay, yeah.
Okay, but with that being said,
Yeah.
a complete underdog, Adam Afghan.
Thank you.
I don't know why I forget.
I
Like when people say your favorite podcast guest, I'm just making sure that I'm in shot and I'm not going to fall out because I've put the camera a bit too close to me. Bro, Mr. Adam Afghan, I have to say, I think my most enjoyable episode has been with you.
Really? What?
Bro, I was saying to Cream earlier, I was so excited that Adam's coming back to the podcast. And I said, you know, there's about, in your life, one or two people that you feel like you appreciate the exact same type of comedy.
I feel you.
Right?
I feel you.
And you can have a laugh with loads of people. But the type of laughing where you think you might wet yourself, yeah, is very rare. I think there's two people in my life that are like that. Mm-hmm. And one of them is my older sister. Mm-hmm. And after our podcast came up, I think the other one is you. I was just crying the whole podcast. So I'm so excited. The reason I'm so excited to have you on the podcast, selfishly, is just because I want to increase my dopamine levels. Okay, and I don't want to smoke marijuana.
I agree. I don't want to smoke either. And I want dopamine. So
and I have a very high expectation of dopamine for this episode. So you have a lot. There's a lot of pressure on you right now.
Brilliant.
I'm so scared because there's no. I'll keep looking at the cameras because there's no producer, as almost always nowadays. And I've had to lower myself quite a bit to make sure I'm in frame.
Okay. I'm in frame.
Let's get started, man.
Let's do it.
Do I look like an old man because I'm wearing fleece and a woolly hat?
Firstly, the fleece is branded.
Yeah.
So you look professional.
It looks a bit work uniform.
You look
doesn't
like
it?
What's the word? You just look like you're about your business. You just look like something's going down. I'm here. My brand is on my clothes. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I feel like nothing against it, but I feel like a British gas engineer because they wear like branded fleeces, right?
True, but yeah, they do. They do wear branded fleeces. Who wears branded
fleeces?
Bro,
fleeces. Yeah. The most comfortable things a man can wear. Wow. It's insane. And with regards to the woolly hat, alhamdulillah, I have a really weak immune system, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm always getting ill. This winter, alhamdulillah, Allahumma barik, not even once.
Not even one cold.
You know what the difference has been? Woolly hat. So I fear for you.
I know,
Adam.
I like to wear hats, but I don't know. You get hot Because your head gets hot.
Mm-mm.
Your head doesn't get. Where did you get that hat from?
ASOS.
You got it from ASOS. Was it ASOS own brand?
Yes,
£6.
most likely.
You know ASOS do next day delivery.
No way, do they?
They next day delivery, but guess how much a year is next day delivery? So Amazon Prime, you got Amazon Prime.
Right, and Amazon Prime.
£60-70, something.
Fine, yeah.
Guess how much ASOS? What I remember, because I've signed up to it. How much it is?
How much?
£10.
Oh, that's good. That's really
ridiculous.
good. Yeah, it's
so
really
I'm
good.
just buying stuff. I get it. Go to the toilet, try it on. Oh, it doesn't fit. Just send it straight back.
Yeah, but you have to have energy for that, bro. And I don't have energy
I
for
have
that.
a lot of energy for that.
For returning things online, bro, they just stay in my drawer or in my cupboard and they never get returned, and I've wasted money. But having said that, talking about yearly subscriptions,
Yeah.
have you ever used Interflora?
No, I don't know what that is. So let me try and guess what it is.
Fine.
Interflora. So inter mean connecting something. Flora meaning it could either mean two things. Can I look at the camera? It
Raise
could
your-
either mean
yeah,
two
ra-
things.
raise your mic.
Oh, sorry. It could either mean two things.
Do you know what you want to do? You just want to angle it because it's directional mic. That
Like
this
this.
bit is like always. Yeah, there you
There
go.
we go. Perfect. Interflooring. So inter, either international or interconnected. Flooring. Floor could be flowers. So you're buying flowers regularly. Or flooring could either mean you bought flooring.
You sorry, I was gonna midway just. I was listening to what you were saying. And I was looking at the cameras thinking that needs adjusting, and so I was gonna.
Does it?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Go and adjust it.
I'm gonna adjust it, man.
I'm gonna. Shall I carry on talking?
You can, yeah.
So, interflooring. Interflooring. So I feel it's like a piece of building equipment where you floor it, and you can interconnect the flooring or interflora, like flooring. Like you could make a bouquet of flowers.
Now,
Go
do you think out
Yeah.
of your two? So your two suggestions are it could be flooring like flooring tiles or
Yes.
carpets and stuff like that.
Yes.
Or the other one is that it could be like flower.
flowers. Like you
okay,
get
fine.
a weekly subscription of a nice bouquet of flowers.
Okay. Let's go with that kind of concept, business idea.
Okay.
Now, what's more realistic that I would be interested in? Weekly flooring tiles or perhaps like some kind of flower delivery service?
I think it's a bit of both. I reckon flowers. I reckon a nice weekly like bouquet of flowers, which is different each week or every fortnightly, and you get a bouquet of flowers
Yeah.
delivered to your house.
Over getting weekly floor tiles.
Yeah, like say if there was a tiling company, you could say if you're bored of your house, you change the tiles.
Every
Like,
week.
yeah. I think there's another business idea there.
So you're right about the flowers.
Oh, is it the flowers?
So it's not weekly flowers. What it is Interflora is flower. You can order flowers
Yeah.
to and get them delivered to anywhere same day, right?
Oh, really?
So let's say, for example, the most recently, a couple of days ago, my mum was off work, sick, and so woke up in the morning and went to Interflora and purchased some flowers at about, let's say, 7 a.m. By 9, 10 a.m., someone had delivered them to our house
way.
with a personalized handwritten message. And so that's what Interflora is. You can send flowers, you can send chocolates and stuff like that. So it's great for when you're away or whatever and you want to
Yeah.
send flowers back to family or chocolates.
Interesting.
So the reason
Yeah.
I bring it up is because they also have a yearly membership.
Mm-hmm.
It's like £20 or something like that, or £30.
Yeah.
And then you get unlimited free same-day delivery
Oh,
or
wow.
next-day delivery of flowers. The problem is that every time I go on Interflora, I pay like the £12 to get the same-day delivery.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, I should get the £20
Yeah.
for the year.
Yeah.
And I don't, because I'm like, that's an extra £8. And then every time I go on it, I have that same thought process and I never buy. To this day, I
Yeah.
don't have the premium yearly subscription, but I've definitely spent more by paying £12 every time.
How many times have you used it?
I don't know, but enough times to make it worth it to get the yearly thing. But at that time, I don't want to spend £8
Yeah. Why is £8 a lot of money?
more. It is.
Especially on.
Because I think, am I
yeah.
really going to, over the next year, send more flowers to someone?
No. Who really appreciates flowers? Do women even appreciate flowers nowadays?
Yes.
I'm not married, so I have no idea.
Oh, bro.
But you know what I think about flowers?
Women will never not appreciate flowers.
But they die. Flowers die.
Yeah, bro,
it's a
I know.
Weird, it's a
It's
weird
very
suggestion.
weird.
Here, this is a form of love, but it will eventually wither and die. You want something more eternal, like
a plant.
yeah, like a plant, like a 70-year-old. You know those Japanese plants?
Yeah.
Get a Japanese plant. There you go.
It's a good
Another
idea.
business idea.
I can't stand flowers in my house, yet I continue to buy them for my wife, and then I complain about flowers being in the house.
Nice.
And the other thing is, I actually one time I went to buy flowers,
Yeah.
and I was being a bit of a cheapskate because I was like, oh, there's also nice flowers. So the flowers, they were maybe like £25.
Yeah.
And then I saw flowers for like £8,
Yeah.
maybe even cheaper, and they looked really nice.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, why am I going to spend triple the price when I can see really nice flowers here?
True.
So I bought them,
Yeah.
I took them home, and obviously I don't know much about flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I took them home and I was like, hey, got you flowers? And she was like, you got me a plant. And so that's why it's cheaper, because I bought her a plant pot with soil in it and actual plant.
That's a plant. You bought a plant home.
And I didn't realise the difference.
You bought a garden plant.
I bought a garden plant home. And it was almost like, she was almost like, what do I do with a plant in our room?
Yeah. What do you do with a plant? Where did you put it?
On the windowsill.
Because you need light and this is effort, and you got to water it.
It's
Sometimes
a lot of effort.
the water goes through the plant, and then you get this weird thing.
Rather than buying her a gift, I bought her a responsibility.
You did. It's that's kind of deep, actually, isn't it?
But at the end
Yeah.
of it, once everything died, she got a nice plant pot, which she could use for storage for like, I don't know.
Another plant.
Yeah.
Another more mud. I don't know. I don't have plants either. But plant subscription.
Yeah, it's a plant subscription. So, no, so it's flower
subscription.
Yeah.
Flower subscription. I might sign up to that. Because every so often you're like, just want to give some love back to people. Like, imagine you send it to someone who didn't expect it. Like, like, say
That's the
your
point.
friend, like, you don't.
Hey, Adam,
Yeah.
you've unlocked it. That's what it is.
Yeah, but like, I mean, someone who really
Congratulations.
didn't expect it. Like, let me send it to my friend, which I only see every 4 months. Like, here's some flowers.
Yeah.
Is that what?
It's weird, I think. Do you send flowers to a guy? I don't think you do.
I don't know.
I don't think-
What's the equivalent for a man?
There isn't, bro, because the
Food.
men don't. Yeah, men,
Mixed grill.
I remember speaking to my missus about this. I said that it's
Mixed
nothing
grill.
like. I like mixed grill.
Yeah, mixed grill.
I like useful gifts. Like, for example, I remember once someone came back from Pakistan and they got me like maybe like an outfit that I would never wear.
Yeah.
And then another time, I just wanted something really specific. I think it could have been like starch spray to like iron my shirt a bit better.
Okay.
And I really much, and that's £1 from Poundland. But bro, that gift compared to the tailor-made outfit,
Yeah.
I prefer it. I just want things that I'm going to use and that are useful to me.
You know what I like? I like someone pay for my car insurance, something like that.
Ooh.
Like that. Someone pay my utility bills.
That's such a good gift.
Of what? You know what? I'm taking care of the water this month. I'm taking care for the Empower electricity. Cool. Or I bought you a subscription for the year. That's a gift. That's a
Yeah.
gift. I bought you a flower subscription for the year. You should gift that.
Bro, these are such better gift ideas.
These are so much better. Yeah.
Sometimes people spend good money on a really bad gift as well, like clothing that you're not going to wear.
It doesn't fit. You don't know if it fits.
Yeah.
Terrible, isn't it?
I hate buying clothing for people because it's such a personal choice, clothing.
Yeah.
Unless it's a fleece, in which case you're definitely going to get used to this because they're the most comfortable.
I think you have to go at least large, because in a fleece you're not supposed to get a tight one, like a muscle fit fleece. You want like a large one. And the thing is, with a fleece you can put a hoodie under it. You could even put a hoodie over it.
And you can
It's
wear it out,
interesting.
even if it doesn't look nice. No one has ever said no to wearing a nice warm fleece at home on a Friday night with a cup of cocoa.
With a fleece and trackies. What? And they look quite smart. Like if you get a dark colour, there's loads. Fleeces are decent. I like fleeces. I hate jeans. Can we talk about jeans?
Bro, I can't stand jeans either.
I hate jeans.
Let's see your jeans today, Adam.
Can I
Go on,
stand up?
show them to
Okay,
stand up for the
let
camera.
me show you. Let me show
Come
you.
on.
Do you think these are jeans? Do you think these are jeans?
For all intents and purposes, I'm going to answer the Freshly Ground audience and say, yeah, they're definitely a solid pair of black jeans.
These are not jeans. These are tracksuit bottoms.
Shut the front door.
These are tracksuit bottoms from Uniqlo called Easy Jeans. So they look like jeans, but they're tracksuit bottoms.
And Adam, what originally inspired you to wear clothes that look like jeans or look smart but actually are pajamas?
That's a good point, Mr. Faisal Chowdhury. This comes from when I saw you wearing smart trousers, and I was like, "Where'd you get this from?" And you go, "These aren't trousers; these are actually tracksuit bottoms." And then I just went crazy, and I
you fell in love.
bought 3 of these pairs of tracksuit bottoms.
Bro, technology nowadays.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I mean,
It's
that's not
crazy.
really technology, but it's still
technology.
It's still crazy, yeah.
It's still like, why would you wear what jeans are not comfortable?
And they look so much like jeans, bro. I'm standing, I'm sitting right in front of you, and
Do you think they're jeans?
I would definitely think they're jeans.
I could go running in this. I'll go gym in this. With jeans, like, you know, when you put jeans on, it's like this horrible.
Feels like cardboard.
It's like horrible feeling, and then it's like, and then they restrict you, and you can't do anything, and they're not even that warm. I don't know why people wear jeans. I don't know. You know how women? Have you seen this culture? Like women are wearing like leggings all the time. I think this is our leggings.
Yeah, this is our leggings.
This is our like nice pair of.
Bro, do you know what? They're literally jeggings.
They are jeggings, but
You're wearing jeggings.
they're not jeggings.
No,
they're
actually, I don't know if I want a pair now.
Move to the next topic. These are amazing. I love these.
Let's talk about your Austin 316
Yes. Yeah.
t-shirt.
So I bought this. It came yesterday.
Really?
It came yesterday.
ASOS?
No, the WWE official website
Shut
for £10, 40% off sale.
You actually went on the WWE official store?
Yeah, I was like, I really want a Stone Cold t-shirt. And then I saw
How's
this,
their delivery service like? Is it quick?
Yeah, it was 2 days.
Oh, that's good.
So it was good. And this is like the old school in 2000. I saw him wear it. I was like, I'm buying that. Wow. I love Stone Cold. It was besides the drinking beer, I think he was a great character.
You know, when I was little, I used to try my loophole. I used to try and act like him.
Yeah.
And my loophole for him doing the middle fingers to the crowd was to do my
this
finger closer to the pinky.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like the middle finger.
Yeah, but it's not.
I'm not crazy about it. So I would be like standing on the sofa going like, yeah, like Stone Cold. And my mum would look at me like, and I'm like, Mum,
this is
it's
fine.
not the middle finger.
Do you know how hard to put this finger up?
Yes,
It's so,
I'm really well trained at it because I used to try and be Stone Cold.
You have to like really focus. Stone Cold's great, but he might have he drank a lot of beer.
Oh yeah, he must have some damaged
liver
kidneys, man.
problem or something. But he actually looks really good for his age now. He's good for his age. He looks almost the same as he was back then.
Do you remember when you'd be watching wrestling
Yes.
and you'd hear the glass shatter and you'd be like, my guy's coming out?
That moment, you know, when you get that feeling, I don't know, is it euphoric or just like adrenaline of like.
And as a kid, you like really so involved into it. Like when you hear the glass shatter, you're like, yes, finally.
Like, yeah.
He saved the day.
It's amazing. You know when like something bad's happening, I don't know, like Triple H is attacking like someone and it's like 2-on-1 or something, and then you're like, someone save him, and it's like, and you're like, and the crowd just goes crazy, and then he's just like coming in, he's swearing, you know what he's actually saying, but he's kicking people, putting his middle finger up, and then he punches Vince McMahon in the face. Who was your favorite wrestler? Like, if you can say on that level when you're it's just like pure excitement like going through your body. You're like, oh my god.
Okay. I'm trying to track back to my childhood now. Oh man, I had my favorite. I would say I had action figures. So I'm trying to think whose action figure did I. Do you know what? My favorite action figure was actually the Stone Cold action figure. And I'll tell you why. Because with the Stone Cold action figure, he had like elbow pads and stuff that you can actually take off.
Oh, really?
So I could take it off the action figure. And he had knee. Remember, he used to have like a knee. He injured his knee, right?
Yeah, he had it on his knee.
So he had one of those knee things. So on the action figure had it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But he wasn't my favorite wrestler. He was my favorite action figure. My favorite wrestler was probably like everyone, The Rock.
What?
Is that bad?
No, I don't understand.
Is that too mainstream?
The Rock, I don't know. He was really funny. I remember him being really. But I don't understand. Like in terms of pure excitement,
I'm a sucker for humor.
Stone Cold was just more like the outlaw, the underdog. Like no, he wasn't like I just preferred him. I don't know. The Rock was okay, but I don't know. You know, Kane was really cool.
Oh, that's rubbish, man.
I like because he wasn't Undertaker. He was scary. He was something. He was like 7'2" or something, and he was just some scary guy and had an effect on me. But like,
do you remember the Big Show?
Yes, I do.
And he was really fat.
Did you see?
I was gonna say he's got transformation now. He's got a 6-pack.
He's crazy.
But bro, how weird is he? Because he has a 6-pack like on top of fat.
I don't know.
How does that work?
I wish I had that, but like I don't know. Like how was he? I don't know, because he's like a professional athlete. I don't know how he's lost fat and got like a 6-pack, and he looks like he's got a great big beard now. He looks really cool. Yeah. I don't know how he done it.
It's weird. We were talking before we started the podcast. We were saying it's weird how people age, isn't it?
Yeah.
People like nobody really ages gracefully.
No, but I don't know. Sometimes genetics play a big factor, I think. But you can take care of yourself and still look awful.
Yeah.
Like you can tell, and you can still look, like people lose their hair, people get wrinkles.
But age catches up on everyone.
On everyone, yeah. And why wouldn't you embrace it? Like people say, I get like white hairs, right? And I'm like, oh no, I'm getting old. Oh, you got white. I'll go to the barber, like, oh, you're getting white hairs. I'm like, just like own it a little bit. Like, yeah, this white hair looks cool. I think. Like, you only get a bit here, a bit there. You don't agree with me?
Do you know what? I just don't have white hair yet.
You don't have any white hair?
But I know that it's creeping up on me. I think it's an any day situation for me.
People say it's stress. I just don't.
I have a receding hairline though, and that's
really
that comes with challenges, man.
Really?
Because I never had it. I used to, even maybe a year ago, I'd walk around full head of hair. Something happened. No more.
Do you think it's genetics? Because that happens to a lot of Asian guys as well. And
Possibly,
everyone.
but I have people. No, do you know what? On my mum's side of the family, I've got uncles who are early 50s.
Yeah.
Full head of hair.
Really?
Their hair is not good. Yeah, a lot more vertic.
Wow.
So I've probably gone on my dad's side. 'Cause my dad's not got hair.
Interesting. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Like a lot of brothers, I see them going to like, you know, that they go Turkey to get their hair transplant and stuff. I'm like, it's expensive and like it looks a bit painful and I don't know. Do you feel self-conscious about it?
Yeah.
Do you think like when like it's women, they feel self-conscious about their bodies? Do you think men, we have the hair thing? Because I would feel self-conscious as well.
Well, yeah, I think anyone would be lying if they said that they didn't generally go through feeling self-conscious. Like for example, when you're putting on weight, you feel self-conscious.
Yeah, definitely.
You just think like, oh, like I've got to wear different clothes now that don't really show my figure. Like not in like a overly like conscious way, but in a way where you're like, I've got to wear a bit, like some hoodies and stuff, because you do feel conscious. You don't want to look like you've got moobs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's tough, man, because you go through that issue, but then it can be a downward spiral, as you know, where like when you feel a bit upset or not depressed, but like when you do feel a bit like down about yourself, it's very easy to let that lead on to a thinking or a thought process in which you think, well, now that I'm already feeling down about myself, I might as well just not go gym anymore. I might as well just eat more because it's too late. I'm too far gone. Yeah,
I know. And the thing is, like I was the same. I put on like 6 kg at one point. And it was because I was low, depressed and stuff like that. And it's like the food, when you're having like pizza, for a moment you're eating it feels good. Like, I don't want avocado and quinoa. I want pizza because it's nice. But what I tell myself sometimes is it's easier to stay in shape a little bit than make that whole way back to like, do you know what I mean? Getting back in shape. So like maintaining is easier than putting it, like losing it again.
Very true. Very true. But with that being said, put a Kinder Bueno milkshake in front of me. It's a difficult thing to not consume. But desserts are what get me, man.
Really?
Yeah. It's not necessarily the bad food because I don't think that I'm regularly eating deep fried stuff. Like generally, I try to eat home cooked food and stuff as well. Yeah. I do eat out quite a lot because I'm out quite a lot.
You have to sometimes.
But I think that the thing that damages me is the sweet tooth. I think that's what damages me, the snacking and the desserts. Although recently I've started having... Have you had a Lara bar before?
A lava bar?
Lara bar. Larabar. It's like one of these like bars, like a snack bar. But it's vegan and gluten free and all this kind of stuff. And it's just basically a bunch of dates shoved together with like nuts and stuff like that. But it's very tasty. And there's no added sugar, no added all this kind of stuff. But bro, it's £3 for a box. And you get
a box?
And you get 3 bars in a box. It's very expensive.
That's quite cheap. That's quite cheap. You know,
no, it's expensive.
Really?
And the bars are small.
You know those grenade bars? Have you seen those grenade bars? They're £2.50.
Yeah, but bro, they're like a big protein bar. This is just like a...
It's just like a snack.
Imagine it's like the same size of a Tracker bar. Would you pay £1 for a Tracker bar?
No.
You'd imagine 30p maybe? Not
like
a pound.
Like a penguin. Like that type of size.
It's a bit bigger than a penguin.
Penguins are great.
Gosh, I remember penguins.
Do you remember the jokes?
Do they still exist?
They still exist. Penguins are amazing. It's like biscuit with a bit. Yeah, penguins are amazing. Sometimes people used to like lick off the chocolate, then it was just the wafer inside. Strange. You have to have both together. It's weird. It's like, imagine you had a pizza.
I've done that with Kit Kat a few times though.
What? Why would you? Like, it's like me having a pizza, taking off the cheese, taking off the tomato sauce, and then having the bread separately. Why would you do that?
I've even done it with a Snickers bar.
Just eat it how it's made. Is how This is terrible. This,
Yeah,
I feel
obviously
like
the
leaving.
people who made it did research.
Yeah.
They did like consumer tests.
Yeah.
They know how it's meant to be consumed. Consume it
Yeah.
how they ask, how they made it to be consumed. Yeah, you're right.
And then people do the what's the cream eggs? They're still
Oh,
around.
I really don't like cream eggs.
They're like
What's inside the cream egg?
cream. It's like this creamy, sugary thing. It's a bit weird.
I don't like that.
It's like loads of sugar though. It tastes nice. All chocolate tastes nice except dark chocolate. I don't like dark chocolate.
I love dark chocolate.
It's not milk chocolate or what's the other one?
Have you had dark like mint chocolate?
I hate mint. Do you like mint?
Oh, I love it.
Why would you like mint? Oh god. Aero mint. If someone gave me that, I would literally rather have a carrot. I would have
No.
celery or a carrot over mint.
Aero mint is one of the best chocolates that exist.
Why would you add mint? I don't understand. What? How does it help the taste? Mint. Mint is like for washing up liquid or brush your teeth or like a floor cleaner.
No washing up liquid is made of mint.
You get like mint fresh. Of what's it? Car.
So
fresh
do you
stuff.
never have chewing gum or polos or anything like that?
That's different. That's not for like enjoyment. That's like for
Freshen your
cleaning.
breath,
That's
yeah.
for cleaning. But
But you would have that.
yeah, but I wouldn't eat it. You just put it in your mouth. It's like brush your teeth. It's like toothpaste.
So you would never have a mint chocolate chip ice cream?
Never.
Oh, that's a good ice
that's
cream.
What is the good thing about mint? What's good? Like, tell me like why you like mint.
It's cool and refreshing, man.
But you know that's weird. That's so weird. Oh, it just reminds me of like those after 8 chocolates.
You are the weirdo in this
No one
conversation.
likes mint. Why would you like mint? I don't understand. It's like raisins. Do nothing.
No, I don't like raisins.
What do they do?
You know, I'm known to make a extremely tasty bread and butter pudding,
When it's got bread in it, I'm down.
but I don't put raisins in it.
I would eat that.
Mm.
Do you have it with custard? Do you have it with custard? Bread and butter.
You can have it with custard, but it's like a custard inside it.
Yeah.
But I'd have it with like an ice cream, like a vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
even a mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Oh, mint chocolate. See, mint chocolate chip. When people say that, you're mixing two flavors. It's like mix. What flavor is mint? Is it sweet or savory?
It's sweet.
It's not. None of those. It's just mint. It's like mint.
Yeah, that's true. But when you put it in ice cream, it's definitely sweet.
I don't know. Don't like mint or raisins. What else don't I like?
Jeans,
I hate jeans.
mint, raisins, and jeans.
If anyone brings me that, I don't want to talk. No, what else is it? Decaf coffee. No. There's so many. I'm getting a bit.
I love a decaf coffee.
What? It does nothing. It does nothing.
But it's the taste of it's having the coffee. It's like just like do you know what? I've had caffeine. Too much caffeine gives me anxiety.
Yeah,
So
me need to.
how much of coffee have you had today?
This is my number 2.
Yeah, that's me.
That
Down
you
as well
can't.
too.
I think you have 3. If you start having 3, but then it's after 3 p.m, you can't sleep.
I don't know about that, but I tend to have 2 a day. But then I'll probably have a third, but the third would be decaf, just for the sake of having a nice hot drink, coffee.
Okay, so this is controversial. I'm going to say, I don't like tea. Tea's boring. It tastes of unless it's got loads of sugar in it, like Moroccan tea.
Yeah,
I
it
like
tastes
that.
like hot water. Is that what you're
Yeah,
gonna say?
it tastes like a drink hot water. Coffee is like this rich. It's like all these different flavors, and it tastes nice. If someone was going to give me tea, I'd be like, "Do you have decaf coffee?" Because
Wow.
that's what I would go for.
I like tea. I like tea.
What?
I don't have it every day, but if I go to someone's house and they're like, do you want tea? The answer is always yes.
Yeah, yes, but
Do you have tea if you go to someone's house?
like a cup of tea. But if it comes along with biscuits, then it's I'm fine.
Yeah, you're right. But biscuits are awful for you.
But they're good for. It makes me feel nice. So
So where's the balance between feeling nice and if it's good for you?
I think the balance is I'm living. I don't know if it's halal, it's fine. Let's just eat biscuits.
Yeah.
But like we got one life, right? I'm happy having biscuits. If I don't have biscuits, I'm having a biscuit. Like you got to kind of have a balance, right? I can't just be like having celery.
You can't overdo the biscuits though.
Biscuits taste like nothing, like Pringles.
When I was younger,
Yeah.
put a packet of Maryland chocolate chip cookies in front of me. That packet is going to be gone.
The whole packet.
Sometimes I could grab the packet. Sometimes I'd get off the school bus, go to the corner shop, grab a packet of Maryland cookies. By the time I've walked home, let's just say there's no more packet of cookies in my hand.
Yeah, that's true. I'm the same with Jaffa cakes.
Yeah.
Jaffa cakes are gone. You know what's amazing? Glass of milk, dip it in the milk. Oh,
That's just disgusting.
and then sometimes the
You
residue.
dip your Jaffa cakes in milk.
Yeah, because you need to, like in Maryland cookies are hard cookies. You need to soften the cookie so it's better.
Yeah,
Delivery.
cookies in milk, but not Not Jaffa cakes.
But then
and milk.
Jaffa cakes and milk, dip it tastes amazing. What else in milk? And then like,
Do you know what's good in milk?
Go on.
Chocolate chip muffin.
That's not supposed to be in what are you?
No.
How are you even dipping it
No,
in the milk?
you don't dip it. You have a bite of the muffin, you have a sip of the milk, and you do that,
no.
and you do that pattern until both milk and muffin have been finished.
Do you do this muffin and you say this is the muffin? Do you take the top of the muffin and do that?
No.
Do you do it? I don't like when people do this. They like
What?
eat the muffin. Like say if you got a muffin, like this is the muffin, and the muffin top's like that.
Yeah.
Instead of biting it, they like pick it.
No, I can't
That's
do that.
weird. I don't like that.
I
That's
can't do
strange.
that. That's how people who eat sushi with their hands. They pick it up and they put it in their mouth. There's chopsticks have been made for a reason, sir. Or imagine. Shall I tell you the only thing worse than eating sushi with your hands?
What's worse?
Eating sushi with a fork.
Excuse me. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
No, you
That's
can't do
weird.
that.
I like. Yeah, sushi's great. Sushi's great. Yeah, you can't. Can you see? It's fun with chopsticks. I like mixing it up with chopsticks sometimes.
I have a ritual with Kareem, our event manager for Freshly Grounded events, that after we do an event, once at the end of the event, and everyone's gone home, we're the last two people who are going to be at an event, right? Because he's the event manager and I'm me.
Yeah, you. Yeah.
And so we're the last two people at the event, and we will go to a shop in London called Sushi Shop. No, Sticks and Sushi.
Okay.
It's like a high-end sushi restaurant.
Yes,
and we
yes.
treat ourselves for the 6 months of blood, sweat and tears we put into this event by having as much sushi as we can consume. Now, I say it's a ritual. We've only ever done one event together so far. So we've done that
I've
once.
done this one.
Yeah. However, it's going to be a ritual.
You know, high-end sushi is amazing.
Oh, bro.
You know when you go to Tesco, you see those little packs of sushi.
Oh, bro, I had that once.
It's horrible.
Once I had the Tesco packet sushi and I was put off for about 6 months.
It's not nice. But the high end, and you mix it with like wasabi's there. So, it's just and it's so healthy as well. I love sushi.
Shall I tell you what made me question the healthiness of sushi though?
What?
First of all, sushi rice has a lot of sugar in it, I think.
Oh, really?
But the reason I question the healthiness of a sushi is because The Rock, bringing this full circle,
Nice.
he would post on Instagram that he'd have sushi, like a whole massive table
one.
of it, for his cheat meal. And I used to think, cheat meal, sir?
That is my healthy meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me on a strict diet.
Yeah.
And he's having it as a cheat meal. So now I'm confused.
I don't understand.
I think it's because of the rice.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just, I don't know. Well, like sushi's amazing. Like, why do people not like it? They get like shudders like, sushi. I also don't like Marmite.
I will sometimes be open to a McDonald's fish fillet burger as in my diet because it's fish which has protein.
That makes no sense.
No, I'm kidding, kind of.
No, so you go to McDonald's. First, you're McDonald's.
First of all, I don't condone eating McDonald's.
Just because it's fish.
However, the apple pie,
oh yeah,
I may condone that.
that's fine. You know what? I used to love the strawberry milkshake, but I went recently. It's just disgusting. Don't have that anymore. Back in the day, it was nice. People used to say they used to put pig fat in it, and I checked and it wasn't. Do you remember that?
Yeah, the whole thing. Generally, the religious discussion doesn't even need to happen because one should not be consuming McDonald's. Really,
It's not good for you.
it's not good for you. Is it?
No, not at all.
Have you ever tasted a better apple pie than a McDonald's apple pie? Probably not.
No. They're nice.
Unless you have like a home cooked apple pie,
like a proper apple pie, like
actual
American apple pie.
Right.
Yeah.
But generally,
Yeah.
the McDonald's apple pie. You go to like these chicken shops, like Chicken Cottage and Sam's Chicken. They do an apple pie, and you think,
What? That's not apples, is it? What?
yeah, I would never probably try it.
I can't eat that anymore. I got to have like what? Where would you say is your like threshold of like low quality? So we got Tesco sushi.
I couldn't have Tesco sushi.
That's below. Where would you
Yeah.
say? People say Nando's is their threshold. Nando's is pretty.
no, that's
up
high
for
end.
me.
That's
high end, isn't
yeah,
it?
That's high end.
Like low end, like I could go Chicken Cottage. Fine.
100%. Why would you not?
Why
I'm
would you
not,
not go Chicken Cottage? Yeah.
bro. We're Londoners born and raised. We're not. It's not like we're not coming from Kent or Surrey where we can.
I grew up in Southampton for a bit as well.
Oh, did you?
I did so, but we have there's the same
posh?
concept. Not
You're not posh.
no, I don't eat Tesco sushi, so people would think I'm posh.
Yeah, I don't eat
That's
Tesco
it.
sushi.
No, I don't eat.
The fact that we've been talking about sushi probably means we're posh.
So it's just fish. It's not even posh because you don't even cook it. It's
Yeah.
just fish, and it's just I don't know. What were we talking about? No, that was my point. No.
I don't think we had a point.
There was a
I
point.
don't know if we've actually started the podcast.
I don't. We
haven't actually had a discussion yet.
Sushi.
I think the reason you're my favorite guest on the podcast is because I forget that I'm on a podcast.
That's
and
good.
I think people probably listen to it thinking, why did I listen to this episode?
It's a waste of time. Yeah. But,
let's talk about something that could maybe give some benefit to people.
Okay.
And that's mental health, because last time you were on the podcast you spoke about mental health, and we're not going to go over your journey again because you discussed your journey on the last episode of Freshly Grounded, which I would definitely recommend people to go and listen to. However, one thing I will say is that I really I was really kind of pleasantly surprised when I received a text message from you once, really randomly, man. We hadn't spoken in a good few months, and you just sent me the most random text to say, "Salamu alaikum, bro. Just want to see how you are," kind of thing, and I just want to make sure that your mental health is good. I know that you're very busy and that can take a toll on your mental health. So if there is ever anything you want to talk to anyone about with regards to your mental health, I'm always here. And I was like, wow, people should send more messages like that, man.
Alhamdulillah. The reason I sent that is because it's like, I feel sometimes you should treat others the way you want to be treated. You know, because sometimes people send me a nice message. I'm like, wow, he's thinking of me. So I'm like, I saw you were busy and stuff. And I'm like, sometimes when you're busy, you don't really take a step back to take care of yourself sometimes, right? You're like, you're so busy, you need to get stuff done, A, B, C, D, whatever you're doing. You never like take a step back and be like, am I taking care of myself? Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, even to myself, I have to be like, I need to take care of myself. Maybe stop doing this, stop doing that. Remember myself a bit, because the best version of yourself is going to be the most healthy. The version of yourself is going to be the one who's like mentally well, and that's going to benefit everyone around you. So we should tell our brothers are like, hey, you look good today. You look great. You look healthy. You're happy. Like there's no disadvantage to like compliment each other or just see how you are. Do you know what I mean?
No, I agree, man. I think if there's more people sending messages like that around the world, people would have less of a barrier up as well, because you tend to walk around life with this guard up because you're defending potential attack. Yeah. And when I say potential attack, I mean just in terms of the attack of like other people's egos, the attack of other people's comments, the attack of what you see in other people. So like your jealousy, for example, and stuff like that. So you have a guard up for all of it, and it can become hate very quickly. Like for example, if you see another person's success and you're going through a rough patch and you feel like, man, this person is going through a patch of greatness right now, and I feel like I'm falling behind. And that could cause very negative emotions from yourself. I think that the minute that people on both ends go, hey man, how's things with you? Or I saw this work they're doing, I'm so proud of you, man, for doing that. That removes that person's guard. And when both people's guards are removed, I think you give the best version of yourself. Yeah,
I totally agree, man. And it's funny. I feel like sometimes you have to go, like those people who do that, I feel they're the type of people who have been through similar like instances of hardship where they wish that upon themselves. Like someone would come and be like, kind of just bond with them almost. So I feel that the people who are always kind of not have got their guard up, maybe they haven't been through something similar where they can kind of have empathy with another person who is like, sometimes it's like you don't want to share your stuff that is your great moments, because there is going to be people who are in a down place, and when they see that, it's going to make them feel worse, isn't it? So now, even on social media, I'm very careful of what I post now, because even though you're posting something which is good, it can still have a negative effect on someone. So I always try to do stuff that's more beneficial, that would empower people a bit more, rather than like, You
know, we know that loneliness is like a massive problem for especially for the older generation. And I have a friend who is a paramedic, and he said that you'll be surprised at the amount of phone calls that we get from the elderly where they call 999, and as soon as you go in there, you realize that it was more so a cry for help because of their loneliness more than something's really happened. And he said that how he deals with it, I find so inspiring. He said that he realizes, look, this person's lonely. It's not, they didn't necessarily need an ambulance, but now that I'm here, you don't want them to feel guilty about it. And so he kind of does his checks, make sure they're right, gives them advice. Look, when you do feel like this, try and relax. do you fancy a cup of tea? And 9 times out of 10, like, yeah. And then he goes, put the kettle on for them, and he gives them a cup of tea, has a little conversation with them, and then he leaves, he writes his notes, and he kind of gives them that attention so they don't feel like they've been a burden.
Yeah.
So like he'll do genuine checks
Yeah.
and say, and to kind of put them at ease, have a cup of tea with them and then leave. Which obviously might sound controversial because like other people in the world need ambulances,
Yeah.
but the thing is that it's actually, if you look at it on the flip side, it's a shame that we've let as a society it get to that point where our elderly feel so lonely,
It's
man.
sad, isn't it?
And
It's very sad.
it was so inspiring when he actually told me that that's kind of how he deals with a call like that. And look, at the end of the day, he's now walked in on a situation where he has to do checks anyway.
Yeah.
So for him to just say, like, to have that conversation with them and ask them about their life, and they feel so happy after because they had a conversation. Do you think that loneliness is as much of an issue or an issue even in the younger generation, like our age people?
Yeah, no, I do. Like, even with me, I think there's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. Do you know what I mean? Like, being alone, I feel, is something different. Like, when you feel alone, like, we always have Allah, so it's like, we're never alone. But some people really feel alone. I feel that's a really scary road to go down. But when lonely is like, yeah, I think we all feel lonely. I think even when you're surrounded by people and you're married, you've got kids, you'll still feel lonely. And I think it's for me anyway, my personal perspective is like, I need to be comfortable being lonely, because there's going to be parts of my life where no one's going to be there. So if I'm happy and content with being alone, being lonely, not alone. So if I'm happy and content with being lonely by myself, I can deal with it. Because if I'm always struggling to be with other people and having people around me, and that negates the loneliness, it's not beneficial for me. So me being kind of comfortable being by myself is more beneficial for me. So that's what I've learned over a few years, because the loneliness doesn't affect me so much anymore, because I'm like, cool, I can handle this. But it's an issue.
You know that feeling of when you haven't spoken or used your voice in like a good few hours, and then all of a sudden you might get a phone call or something, you answer it, and it's like, you're like,
yeah.
what? But when that happens to me, that's when I feel lonely. I'm like, well, I must have not spoken for about 4 hours, which probably sounds surprising because
That's a bit surprising.
people know me as the podcaster, but that's when the loneliness would hit me, because I'm like, wow, I haven't actually, because a situation where that might happen could be like, for example, I might be in the office and the office might be empty, and I might just be working, and I probably my most difficult days in that regard are when the office is completely empty, and I go home to my missus and I say to her, let's do something fun, or let's just do something,
nice,
because I've been in the office all day and I haven't had conversation. I haven't interacted with people because everyone's like, these guys have been on location shooting, these guys have been at meetings, so I've just been sat in front of my desk. I haven't really spoken much today, and I can't go to sleep in this state and wake up and go back to work. I need a break in between that, and that break needs to be some kind of enjoyment or just speaking to someone and stuff like that. So they're the toughest days, I think, because there are days like that, or like, for example, you might be off work sick, or you might just be off work because you don't you're on annual leave for a couple of days, and you're at home and you find yourself being productive, getting on with things, sorting your house out, getting things done that you don't get to do when you're normally at work, but you realize, wow, it's getting dark now and I haven't even interacted with someone.
Yeah,
and that's a bit tough, because you feel I want a bit of an interaction.
Yeah, and I feel like I feel the same. Like, having a nice human interaction with someone is like, we're humans, we need to interact. We're not creatures to be isolated by ourselves. Like, you know what I used to do when I used to feel lonely? I used to go to the masjid and pray with the brothers. Like, that for me, just standing in prayer with them used to like lift up my heart a little bit, because it's like, you'll pray next to each other. It's a really nice feeling. Like, praying by yourself in your house is like sometimes really lonely. It's like, I need that, so I need to go to the masjid sometimes. So, but I totally agree, man. It's even like something that lifts me up as well is like, I pray with my niece and nephews, or I play with them, and the skin to skin contact was hugging someone, or just like hugging my mom, and like hugging my dad. Alhamdulillah, it's like that contact is so important. So it really does help a lot, that interaction, a physical interaction as well.
You know, they often say that you get a lot of happiness by giving, and that's true as well. Like, if you feel a bit lonely or sad, that jumping on Interflora.
Yeah.
If you, and someone
Gets flowers. Yeah.
someone messaging you saying, "Oh, like I wasn't expecting that. It's amazing." You feel so happy. You're like, "Oh wow, I've given someone else happiness, and I never expected it to give me happiness."
Yeah.
And now I'm feeling happy.
That's a really good point, man. Even like voluntary work and stuff, like it helps so much for your own like mental well-being. And there's a really funny story. Actually, it's not funny. It's a good story. Last Ramadan, I was feeling really lonely because I'm coming home from work, iftar by myself. It's a bit rubbish. So you feel lonely. And then I got this letter at work, and it was a card. I don't know who sent it. To this day, I don't know who sent it. And I remember what it said on the card. It said, sometimes, it said, like, paraphrasing, it said, sometimes we just have the pixel when Allah has the whole picture. And he says, the card was like, don't be sad in Ramadan. There's a lot of love around you. And I was like, I don't know. To this day, I don't know who sent it. No one told me. And I was like, really lifted me up. I was like, you know what? Allah does have the whole picture. I've only got the small pixel. And I've still got that card in my drawer. And sometimes I look at it. So whoever did that, Allah reward you.
I mean,
it's nice.
Wow.
Alhamdulillah, it was really nice.
What a powerful, like,
I don't know who it was. And it was just a little gift. And I was like, wow, amazing. So, like, back to our full circle again. When you get a gift from someone and you don't even know who it's from, it shows you care. It shows, like, you mean something to somebody else. And I think, like, when you mean something to someone, it's a beautiful thing, innit? Like, I just want to see how you are. You know when someone tells you, I was thinking about you today. That actually is really deep for me. I'm like, wow, you're thinking about me.
Yeah.
That's nice. It's like, I'm emotional. And I'm like, oh, wow, you're thinking about me?
No, it is nice, man. It's nice to know that, it's nice to know that you have that in that you've obviously benefited someone in some way where they're thinking about you.
Yeah.
Or you have some kind of character trait where someone's like, oh, I missed that character trait. I haven't seen so-and-so in a while.
Yeah.
I felt like that today when I realized that we're going to do an episode together. I was like, oh man, I'm up for a good convo, man. Like,
Me too. So it's nice. It's nice. And it's just like, it does pick you up, doesn't it? It does like lift you up a little bit. Like, oh yeah. I think
also what you mentioned about going to the mosque is really powerful because I often reflect on how beautiful is Islam that anywhere you go in the world, let's even just talk about the UK.
Yeah.
Let's say you're driving and Salah's coming and you're traveling and you're on your own, you're in some next city because you've been going up and down the country.
Yeah.
Now let's say, for example, you're a lorry driver or van driver.
Yeah.
And you know that whatever city I turn into, there's likelihood going to be a mosque somewhere there.
Yeah.
And you can roll in and all of a sudden you're around people who see you as a brother and you could actually talk to anyone in there. No, do you know what? Forget talking to anyone in there. Wherever you are, once you enter that mosque, you feel at home. Like, you feel like you have as much right to be in the space as the other people in here.
I agree, yeah.
Whereas, sometimes when you go to someone's house, you're like a guest, so you're a bit like, oh, do I take my shoes off? But you could go into the mosque and grab the hoover and start hoovering the carpet.
Yeah, clean the wudu room, anything.
Like, how amazing is Islam that it's created this sense of unity that's almost like a solution to loneliness to an extent.
Yeah, it is. And it's you know what I like? Say when you're praying, right? And you're praying by yourself. You're in a public place like the masjid, and someone comes behind you and you start praying, and then you look after the prayer and it's just loads of people. It's deep, isn't it? And I like that. So wow. And one thing I used to do, I don't know if it kind of was nice. When I went down for sajda, right? Sujood. When you go, I went down.
Yeah, you went down for sujood.
Yes, I went down for sujood, right?
To make sajda.
To make sure, yeah. Always confusing. And then I looked.
In the masjid.
Yeah, in the and then I looked to my right, left. And it was the same. The brothers were both putting their heads down. And it was deep because it's like, we're both worshipping Allah. Like, it's weird. It's like this connection. We have this connection.
Yeah.
We're here to worship our Creator. And it was so nice. And I was like, yeah, it's powerful. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, we're all here for the same purpose. There's this union here. It's really, and it's just like, we're all, and yeah, it's deep, and it's nice. It's really
It's
powerful.
a very powerful connection, man.
It's crazy. Nothing else is like that. Nothing else is like that. It's strange, isn't it? We have this connection with brothers, and also we're all worshipping Allah. And anywhere you go in the world, anywhere, same, innit?
You're right in that there isn't anything else like that, I don't think. Like, I just came back from travels, and when I would go into the mosque, even though I'm in a mosque that I've never been in my life and I might never be in again in my life, in that mosque, I feel comfortable. I feel every right to just pop to the bathroom or just go to the bookshelf, pick up a book, and you just. It's ajib, man.
Yeah.
But there's nothing else like that, man. What else could you say that no matter where you are in the world, for free, you can enter, feel like it's your home, and you feel comfortable in there, and you feel like you have the same rights as anybody else in there.
Yeah.
It's weird, man.
I went to Japan. That I think was the only mosque in Tokyo. I went there. I just felt like I was in a mosque in England,
Wow.
and I was like, I just feel at home. And I was like, it was almost a bit surreal because everyone's talking Japanese, but I'm here. I sat down. And I was like, it's exactly, alhamdulillah. It's like this place of tranquility, and this, even in London, this busy cities where you can just go, and you go to the masjid, and it's just nice, peaceful there. There's no hustle and bustle. There's nothing. Alhamdulillah, it's really nice. There's nothing else like that. People say about go hiking and stuff. Go to the masjid sometimes. It's like it gives you that, and it's closer, and you can just go, and it's really peaceful.
Just sit in the corner and just reflect.
Yeah, and then the salah comes, you pray, and then. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? There's nothing else like it.
When did you go to Japan?
When did I go to Japan?
October? Oh, so just recently?
Recently, yeah.
Wow, how was it, man? I've heard such amazing things about Japan. It's on my list. Tokyo is on my list.
It's amazing. You should 100% go. It's
I really want to. I heard such amazing things about Tokyo.
It's so, everyone's so polite. The cultural shock because everyone's so polite. This is the best thing. There's two things I want to bring up here. So, okay, you can go to any public toilet and it is so clean. It's as clean as the hotel.
Really?
Any public toilet. And it's got a bidet system within the toilet. It dries you. It cleans you with the press of a button. So clean. And it was amazing. It was amazing how clean it was.
So I've heard so much about Japanese culture in that it's so different to any other culture.
Yeah.
Just intrigued by it. First of all, I heard that the extremely hard-working culture.
Yeah.
Extremely well-disciplined.
Yeah.
The discipline there is if I'm not mistaken, I remember reading that if someone's not performing at work and they want to fire them, rather than firing them, they'll make them sit in front of a wall and do nothing for 8 hours a day to the point where they want to quit or something like that. I don't know why I'm bringing it up. Anyway, that's really negative.
Okay.
But I've heard really positive things.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was reading about so Japanese parenting is known to be one of the best parenting techniques in the world.
Really?
Yeah, and the reason is there's some things that they do that are really powerful. I can't remember much from the article, but one thing I can remember, for example, is that they give their children a lot of independence from early. The reason they give them that is they build that confidence. So obviously, it's different in different places around the world. I'm sure there's places in the world where it's not safe to do that.
Yeah.
But in some places, it is very safe. And so their children are allowed to go out and make their own way to school and stuff like that. And that from a very early age builds their independence. They encourage to make their own decisions and stuff like that. So there's this whole article about Japanese parenting, in which they say stuff like that.
Wow.
And again, like you're saying about the technology, they seem quite advanced. Have you seen articles about the types of Japanese products that exist that are just really weird though?
No, give me an example.
Shoe umbrellas. They have
why would
an umbrella that goes over your shoe, so as you're walking, your shoes don't get wet.
Really?
Weird stuff a fork that spins electronically, so it turns your noodles.
That's genius.
Yeah.
That's
they got
amazing
loads of
idea.
things like that. It's really cool. Should I go check it out now?
Yeah, that's crazy. It spins your food.
Yeah.
You know what I was going to think? Sometimes, have you noticed, and obviously for the environment and stuff, people it's all paper straws now.
Yeah.
I was thinking I might buy a metal straw and a knife and fork that are metal and just keep it in my pocket. Is that strange if I did that? Is that weird?
I think so, but people will be really happy with you for that. But
because I just like the metal, it tastes weird, the plasticky wooden thing.
Yeah, but I really don't like paper straws, man.
It tastes weird and it melts in your mouth and you're
yeah, it's horrible. I mean, I get that it's saving the environment. Okay, so I found this article. Oh, this is a rubbish one. 25 Japanese products you need in your life. You ready?
Okay, go.
I'm trying to find... No, this isn't the article, man. These are just normal cool stuff. There's one that's weird things that has been created in Japan. It must be here somewhere. 16 bizarre Japanese products you didn't know you wanted. Maybe
That sounds even better.
that sounds like it'll be the article. Oh, there's this like pop-up wall. Why?
Oh no, it's terrible, man. You
Can't even access anything. Oh, here you go. It's just a consent form for cash or something. Okay, so look, do you love karaoke but don't want anyone to hear you? Wait, with the new noiseless karaoke mute my... Oh, that's a bit rubbish. These ones aren't that good, man. There was this... These are all a bit... There's nothing like taking a dip in the ocean and having an octopus come over and give you a good head massage. When you can't do that, you can take a nice bath at home and use a robotic octopus scalp massager.
I would.
So it makes you feel like an octopus.
That looks strange. I wouldn't buy that. Have you got any new technology that you use at home, other than your Insta?
Oh yeah, let's talk tech because we spoke tech last time.
And you had was it Arlo camera?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we spoke a lot about home.
did.
What did we talk about? Home
stuff.
tech.
Home tech. Yeah.
No,
So
what is the word for it?
home
Tech.
Is home tech? I think it's just tech for home. Home tech.
So I still have the lights that I control with my phone or with like an Alexa. So you can I turn my lights on, off, change the color of the room.
Yeah.
Have the lights at 50%, 100%.
Which one is that?
So that's by a company called TU YA. Tuya.
Mine are called Nanoleaf.
Okay.
Nanoleaf are good. I like those.
Fine. I haven't had a bad experience with Tuya. So I've got that, but I had that last time.
Yeah.
I'm quite slacking, to be honest, with the tech. I can't think of. I haven't got the Alexa, which I kind of wanted. The Echo, sorry. Have you got an Echo?
Yeah, I've got.
Or have you got Google Home?
I've got 2 Echoes. I've got 2 Alexa. I've got 2 Alexa devices.
I think my wife doesn't love the idea of how much, because it listens to you. Not that it's just that like, because then Amazon came out with that article and stuff, and they were like, yeah, we do, like, hey, because everyone has covered me in. But I said to her, look, even your phone does, like,
yeah.
So, but anyway, she's not against it, but I just ended up not getting it because I can't find a use for it in my house right now.
So I like to say, like, Alexa, lights off, or like
that's the one use for that.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Or Alexa, is it raining today? Is it going to rain today? Or like Alexa, well, what else would I say to Alexa? Alexa, so now you've got a smart TV, you can like match it up with Alexa. Alexa, turn the TV off. I don't need the remote. It's really cool.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. And there's also like,
because I have a smart TV, so that's quite good.
Yeah, that's really helpful. What else they wanted to do something else with it? But you know what's annoying, when the internet connection drops or goes, it just becomes useless. Because
doesn't it connect back up quite quickly?
No, it does when the internet's back up. I have a terrible internet connection sometimes, and it just drops and nothing will work. So I have to go press the light on the switch. What is this? 1998?
Oh yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
Terrible.
Do you know what I hate? I hate when someone else has turned the light off at the switch, and so I'm on my app trying to turn the light on, and I'm like, why is this not working? And I realise that someone's on my switch. I have to get up and do my switch.
And then you just use your voice. No, that's terrible.
Yeah,
that's terrible. But smart lights are cool.
Yes, I think they're the most beneficial kind of like home tech that I've like pretty much ever invested in, because it is very beneficial. In my living room, I have like 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have like 18 spotlights.
Oh, there's little one, LED really ones.
Small.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about getting smart bulbs for that, but I thought how annoying would it be on an app, like setting the percentage of like 18 different spotlights. So I didn't do it. I'm just using the switch for my thing, but it kills me that I'm using a switch. That's
annoying, actually. You know what I wanted to get? A smart lock.
I bought a smart lock as a gift for someone.
Was it good?
I don't know. They've never told me that they use it.
Would you trust a smart lock? Say if you use a smart lock for your house, would you be like, wait?
I bought someone a smart padlock.
Because there's a company, like they're like a door company, and they make a smart lock. And
Amazon do that.
But would you trust a smart lock?
Never. Not right now. But I'm sure everyone will have it eventually.
Maybe. I don't know. I want a smart. Well, there's nothing else smart you can get.
Remember I told you about the buttons?
The Amazon buttons.
Yeah. Do you have them?
No, what am I going to use it for? Like, I need to order more toilet paper.
Yeah, just press the button.
But then
it's connected to your Amazon account. So, for example, I don't actually use them because I just haven't ordered them. But, for example, washing up I'm actually going to start using it, actually. You know that? Because I want to practice what I preach. Because the washing up liquid for your washing machine.
Yeah.
For your washing machine.
Yeah.
That runs out and you need more. Now, imagine that you can just press the button on your washing machine, the Amazon button on your washing machine, and then the next day it turns up.
But you need to be home. That's the problem, isn't it? Like, say, if 6
Why
p.m.
don't you set it to your work?
But you'll carry washing up liquid home. That's the worst. And I like the big... Do you use the capsules or do you use the powder?
Neither. I use the liquid. It's sick. So it's quite... So all right, so let me tell you the story about how I came across this. All right. This is a great story. It's not that good at all, actually.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great. Go on.
No. So what happened is I'm in Sainsbury's, right? And I just moved house. So up until now...
Yeah.
So this is back then, obviously. This was probably over a year ago or around then. But at this point that I'm telling the story, I've just moved house, and so I've never had to make the decision as to what washing up powder or liquid or tablet I need, right? But now that I've got my own place, I want the cream of the crop.
You want the best? Me too.
Of course, I want to have the cleanest clothes, the best smelling clothes, the crispiest clothes,
Softest clothes.
softest clothes. And I don't want the colour to run from them. I want to buy something in 2003 and it feel like in 2011 that it's the same colour.
Yeah, exactly.
So, there's me by myself. Probably the first time I'm ever shopping for washing up thing. I'm in the washing machine aisle. It's just me and one other lady, right?
Yeah.
The lady is about the same age as my mum. She's Asian and I would guess Muslim.
Yeah.
Right? I'm there. There's possibly 80 different products on the market.
It's crazy.
For washing clothes in this one aisle. I'm like a lost kid.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking around me and I'm thinking, what do I do? And so, like an innocent little boy, I look to this very friendly looking mother figure and I say, excuse me, no, sorry, do you know what? I made the decision as to what washing up thing I'm going to use. I went with something like Daz powder.
Daz.
Like,
I use Daz at the moment.
Something like that, powder, right? Yeah. Because all I've known is powder. Back in my mum's house, we used to use powder, put powder in the powder compartment. Yeah. Khalas. Yeah. So I had already got that, actually. I was looking at the fabric conditioner, because this is one thing that I was unsure of.
This is confusing.
Fabric conditioner is very confusing.
It's very confusing.
Right. And so I looked to the woman and I say, excuse me, I've never got fabric conditioner before. Would you say that this is a good one? Something like that. And she went, oh, do you know what? You need this fabric conditioner over here. She goes, this is the only one I buy. She goes, trust me, I'm a mother of 4 kids. This will be the one. And you know, it was so warming.
Yeah.
This new mother of mine.
Yeah.
That I decided to ask more questions. I said, well, thanks, Ab. Well, I also have this Daz over here. And she said, no. She said, what you need is this. It's like a personal liquid thing, right? Yeah. And what you get in it is, you'll notice it in a supermarket. You get like it has like a hole in the.
Oh yeah, those things.
And it has a rubber.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you take that out and you pour the liquid into that and you put that in the drum of your washing machine. Bro, I've never gone back.
You put the liquid in the drum.
Right. So what you do is, first of all, you purchase.
You don't steal it.
No, you don't steal it. You purchase it.
Okay.
Right.
Close.
Once you're home and you're ready to wash some clothes, you pop that rubber
out of the thing,
rubber bucket out of the thing. A small little, what would you call it?
Container.
Capsule container thing. Container. It's not a capsule.
It's that thing on the front of the box.
Correct.
You pull it out.
Put it out.
Okay. So
it's not a box. It's like a bottle.
Oh, it's like the bottle.
The bottle, and in the middle of the bottle, it's like plastic. There's rubber,
and you pour it into it.
Right, and you pour the liquid into it,
and you're holding it.
You hold it. You put it out into the drum.
Not into the cupboard,
into the drum. You never have to worry about the cabinet anymore. Because my confusion was, what drawer do I put this in? Bro, put it in the drum.
But then where do you put it in the drum?
The first thing you do is you put that in the drum.
But then do you put the clothes in first?
No, you put that in first.
Because if you put the clothes in first, it's going to go straight onto your fleece.
Guess what?
Your new fleece.
Guess what? Doesn't matter.
Really?
I've done that before.
And it's fine.
The rest of the clothes still come out clean. Anyway, Put that in the drum first. Don't even give yourself that hassle. Just put the capsule in the bucket.
Yeah.
In first.
Put the bucket in first.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Then you just shove your clothes in. You have to shove your clothes in blind. Otherwise, you feel guilty when it spills on a certain piece of clothing and you start getting waswas. You think, is it going to reach the other clothes now? So don't even think about it. Don't give yourself an option. Just chuck the clothes in. Right? Clothes are in. Shut the drum. You never have to look at that again. Just turn the machine on. But what I do is I take the extra step of putting fabric conditioner in as well. Now, I recently made a trip to the UAE and I came across the oud flavour comfort fabric conditioner.
Really?
And so I've actually not washed this fleece yet. If you smell my
secondary fleece. You've got 2 fleeces on. You're wearing 2 fleeces.
I don't know if you can smell it. I don't know if you can smell it much, but try some on my t-shirt because this came out the wash.
Okay. Oh, that's actually nice.
Do you like it?
That's really nice, mashallah. That's really nice.
That's oud flavour fabric conditioner.
So with the fabric conditioner, where do you put it? You finished the drum area. Now, where do you put the fabric conditioner?
So do you know the drawer?
The drawer, yeah.
In the drawer, you put it in the. If you Google it,
yeah.
If you Google
it's confusing.
You put it in the one. For me, there's like there's 3 like places in that drawer.
Yeah, there's 3.
And it's the one far most to the right, and it has like a little button on it, a little like thing on it. There's logos on them, and you just need to know what the fabric conditioner logo is.
It's confusing because sometimes when I don't know what I'm doing, I put a bit of powder in each of those canals because it's confusing.
No, bro, no.
And
even my mic was like, that can't be happening. You can't do that, bro. You're gonna ruin your washing machine.
But my clothes don't smell. One of my good friends, he smelled amazing the other day. I gave him a hug. His clothes smell insane.
So that sounds like a man who knows how to dry his clothes properly.
It was insane. And you smell like a meadow. You smell like a beautiful. Honestly, I actually was like, what do you use? And he's gonna get back to me on that. But it's I need to take more pride in washing my clothes. Like what I'm using the cap. You know the thing you bung it in those what are they think capsule things and you put it in.
Oh, Adam,
they're so rubbish.
Adam. That was me in uni days.
They're terrible.
That was me. That was what I first recommended when I was like, because I used to use that at university because that's easy. The capsule, chuck it in.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Aren't you chucking it in the drum?
It's in a drum. That's in a drum.
Because
no, you can't put it in the cabinet. You can't put it in a drawer.
But then why were you so shocked when I told you that I put my thing in the drum?
Because that's a liquid.
Okay, fine.
This is contained, so it will the outer layer will be destroyed, and then it would flourish.
It will become liquid.
Right, yeah, it will come. Then while the thing's moving, you're just putting it in when nothing's moving. So imagine
it is in that little bucket though. Which is not overly secure.
It's not secure.
No.
Okay.
But that's why you just throw him in blind.
You put the bucket in as well?
Correct.
No!
Yeah, you just place it on top.
No! Oh, I thought you did it like this. This is the capsule. And there's still coffee. Hold on.
Oh, you think you just spit it in? No,
yeah, and
bro.
I was like...
So the liquid goes in this, and you just place this in the drum, chuck the clothes in.
So you reuse the bucket each time?
Many times. Thousands of times.
That's
in fact,
interesting.
There's no need for them to sell... Once you've bought that once...
Yeah.
You might as well in the supermarket pop the bucket out. Someone else can use it. You just take the bottle.
You might as well.
Might as well.
They should do a scheme where you give them back, and maybe you get a free parcel thing.
It's a very good point.
That's a good point.
It's a very good point.
Do you do washing machine maintenance? Washing machine. You know Calgon? Do you remember that? For washing machines live longer with Calgon.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. No,
Is
I
it
haven't used
Calgon or Calgon?
Calgon.
I thought I was calling it Calgon.
So how do you use Calgon?
No idea. You just reminded me now.
Yeah, I'm gonna look
Great
into
advert,
that.
I know.
Such a good advert. Shall I tell you what's another good advert?
Go on.
That I've never, bro. This advert actually helped me in my exams.
Go on.
Bro, I was taking an exam back in high school. Yeah. And it was a history exam or something. And it said, what year was the battle?
I know what you're going to say.
It said, what year was the Battle of Hastings? All that into my head is 0800 1066. I was like 1066. I got that answer right. Never has a jingle.
It's fine. Again.
Never has a jingle got me a correct answer in an exam.
That's crazy. Battle of Hastings 1066. You know what? This is not
0800 1066 or 99. I don't know what it is.
There's two. Okay, the first one I'd never forget. Do you remember Mawam, the sweets?
Was that like
Moam? Mawam, take a chew and take a bite. Mawam. Do you remember that?
I just remember the Mawam bit.
So and then BNBN. Do you remember that?
Yeah, BNBN.
I never liked those. And also, What was the last one? There was one that was. Do you remember 118, 118? Do you remember people say call 118? Call
Yeah,
118?
why isn't that about anymore?
I don't know. Did you ever call 118?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
You got to try it.
What did you ask?
I can't remember.
Why?
Very expensive.
It was weird. It was. Do you remember you used to? Do you remember when you had no credit on your phone? You used to call 0800 RVEERSE. Do you remember the reverse?
Yeah.
I never had any credit.
And what did that used to do?
Basically, if you had no
remember
credit,
that.
you used to call it, and you used to charge the person you're calling from. It's so bad. My mum, I had no credit. Can you pick me up? And they're like, "You idiot!" She didn't call me an idiot.
And
You
they
were angry
always
at me.
answer because in case it was an emergency.
Yeah. It's like, what? Yeah, it's expensive. Stop using it. And I'm like, I got no money. It's great.
Do you remember when you before like AirDrop existed or like WhatsApp Messenger, you could Bluetooth something over to someone on your phone?
Terrible. Do you remember infrared?
Yeah.
Yeah, to
Oh,
click the
it was
curve
worse.
and set there. Terrible.
Do you know what I remember? I remember when these phones first came out, the ones where you could take pictures a bit better than like the phones that you could first take pictures on, like color pictures, right?
Yeah.
Me and my brother, or with our wrestling action figures, we used to take a picture of, like, we used to set up the set, so like the Rock versus Stone Cold in the wrestling ring with
Yeah.
action figures, and they'd be both standing there, take a picture, and then we'd move the Rock's leg one forward, Stone Cold's leg one forward, take another picture, move the other leg forward, take another picture, and we'd spend like hours on that as kids, and then go through the phone, and it would be like a video of them like fighting.
That's so boring. Why would you do that?
Just
Just
kid.
I don't know. That
was fun.
What-
Back in the day.
back in the
What
day.
would you to be a kid again?
I know.
But kids just have like no, they get away with everything. They got no like worry about anything.
I think that's the, when sometimes we think about life, it's like oh, so many issues. Alhamdulillah, we're doing well. The only time where I have never like been struggling at all with any problem, minor or major, was back when you were a kid.
Yeah, but guess what? Don't you realize also that when you're a kid, you don't realize it. You don't appreciate it until you're not a kid.
I think that's the beauty of it. Like, it's also like we know we're gonna get older, inshallah. We're gonna get older. We're never gonna appreciate the time right now, me and you having time to do this, because we're gonna be older. We're gonna, I can't get out of bed, my back hurts and stuff.
Right.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
you'll
weird.
be like, oh man, every week I used to have a chat with another person.
Yeah.
Just have a good laugh.
Used to go out. Now it's too cold. I'm gonna get ill if I go out.
Now I've got to be my fleece and my woolly hat.
Yeah, double fleece.
Yeah.
I might get a fleece.
But if I had a fleece for you, all you got to do is sign a contract, jump aboard, become a freshly grounded UX.
Okay.
What is it? UX
Researcher,
research.
yeah.
Become a UX research specialist.
Okay.
I don't know why we would want you.
You don't
UX
need
researcher.
one, but I want a fleece. But
That's the way to get it.
yeah. What's your favorite wrestling finisher? You reminded me when you're talking about the thing. What's like the one was like, game over. Wrestling finisher when the rock bottom.
No, I used to.
I didn't like the rock
Do you
bottom.
know what? I was weird. I used to like the DDT.
Oh, I was literally about to say. You know how the Rock
Which
used
is
to do
such a basic
DDT?
move, yeah,
The
yeah.
Rock used to do it in such a cool fashion.
He used to like kick his leg up and like.
and he used to
boom,
like pull it back.
And he used to like spring up after.
Yeah. Oh, man, the DDT was great because
Yeah.
it was so like. I never liked the pedigree Triple H's one.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan. But do you know what I used to do? I used to get a bottle of water. You know what?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I did this
I
in
used to
school.
drink it, go to the bathroom, and just all over the
It was
bathtub.
cool, but it's disgusting.
And I never used to be able to do the second bit where he went, and that more came out.
It was cool, but it's really disgusting. It's a saliva, and he's just
That
spitting
is
on everyone in
disgusting,
the
yeah.
crowd.
That is very disgusting.
It is really horrible. Yeah.
That probably wouldn't pass many health and safety.
No, it wouldn't. I think he still does it now.
Or does he still?
I think he still does it now. I'm not sure. I haven't watched wrestling properly in about 12 years, so more than that. There's no equivalent now, is there?
As kids, man, like you just. I've got, alhamdulillah, bro. I've got some good childhood memories.
Alhamdulillah,
Man.
me too. Alhamdulillah.
You know what I mean?
Most of it was around TV. For me, I was very lazy.
Do you know what?
You were pretty more active, right? You were pretty like
As a
switched
kid.
on a bit more.
I don't know, man. I used to. Do you know what's funny is that people talk about childhood now, and you see children now, and the same things that we used to do have like repeated. Like, for example, the lava game when you put cushions on the
Yeah,
floor,
it's the same, right?
and you pretend that the floor is lava.
Yeah.
Like, but I thought that was our idea.
I honestly thought we made like
yeah,
we
but
made that
everyone
up.
does it.
Everyone
Bro,
does that.
Wasn't that like just the most fun?
It was. And do you ever get the cushions on a sofa and make a fort sometimes?
Yeah.
Classic. And then you mess up the whole living room.
Man, that was fun.
That was fun. I might do that now.
That was
boring
fun.
and mess up the whole. Yeah, that was really fun.
We used to sometimes like pretend because alhamdulillah, me and my brother and sisters kind of grew up around the same age.
Yeah.
Did you?
Kind of, yeah.
So we used to
Similar.
pretend like that. For example, like we were McDonald's. I would like be pretending to make burgers and like selling burgers to each other.
That's the. Why is that fun?
I don't know. I've no
You would
idea.
pretend to make. What was your role?
I was the customer. I was too young, so I was like the customer, or like the audience member. I was like, I always got the worst roles.
And all the older siblings would tell you what to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, get the rubbish roll. Here's your burger. You just pretend a fake burger and you're eating it.
Oh man.
Now it's everything.
One of my favorite memories from childhood, bro, was, so you remember when you were in school, because the technology didn't exist like it does now,
No,
where they can
not
like
even close.
where they can have a
Overhead projector.
That's what I was going to talk about. But
Yeah.
you know where they have a projector?
Yeah.
You can just project your laptop up, but like
Yeah.
HDMI.
Yeah.
Back then it was an overhead projector.
Yeah.
So you'd have to get the overhead projector and you'd have to get plastic sheets and then write with like whiteboard pen over the plastic sheets.
Crazy.
Put it in over the projector and it would
Go onto the thing.
mask onto the big white display and then you could wipe that laminate sheet and write something else on it. Bro, my granddad used to work in a factory, right? And he managed to get an overhead projector.
For home.
Bro, he gifted us an overhead projector. You didn't see 3 happier children ever.
What did you do?
Because for us, that was like, wow, this is what the head teacher uses in school. Bro, we would just write stuff on overhead projector, shove it in, and it would go all over our living room wall. Like, it was just like whatever we wrote. Like,
What did you write? What could you possibly
I don't
write?
know. I can't remember.
Let's
now.
do some maths. Like,
yeah,
no.
I don't know, but man, overhead projector.
Wow. But yeah, that was cool. Now, you know, it was the best. You know, when the teacher used to roll that TV on the stand.
Yeah.
That was the best. We're gonna watch some
Yeah,
TV at school,
yeah,
and it was
yeah.
always the worst. Did you ever watch we never had anything. Like in America, they have Bill Nye, the science guy. We never watched that, did we? I never watched it.
I don't know who that is.
So it's some science.
We would normally watch telly when like there's a supply teacher or something,
Yeah.
and they put the VHS in.
VHS.
Remember VHS?
Yeah. We
Wow.
don't even have DVDs anymore. DVDs have stopped.
Mm.
It's all streaming now.
Weird, innit, bro?
We don't own anything anymore. Like,
Bro, I remember
It's mad,
back
isn't
in the day when we were kids, if we got a DVD player in the yard, bro, you lot are rich.
yeah.
Like, whoa, you got a DVD player? No.
Do you remember the PS2 first came out? Everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
got a DVD player."
Oh,
in
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's what everyone.
You don't need a DVD player anymore.
No, but it's going inside and
Yeah,
it plays
you put-
games.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember when it goes, well, and he said browser?
I watched a video recently saying on YouTube and it was like sounds that every 90s kid would.
I saw
Have
this
you seen
as well.
that video?
Yeah, and it's a PS1. So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
well, and then it was, well, no, it goes Sony, and it goes, and then it goes, shing, and then the PlayStation symbol.
I remember when PlayStation first went wireless and I was
Yeah.
like shocked.
What do you mean wireless?
Like a wireless controller.
Was that PS3?
I don't know what PS it was, but because I never got that one.
Yeah.
Because I had the PS2, which was wired controller.
Classics, yeah.
And it must have been PS3 that went
must have-
wireless.
yeah, it was, yeah.
I never got that one.
It
I
wasn't
think I was a
that
bit
great.
older then.
Yeah,
when
maybe
PS3 came out.
not a lot of people got it. I mean, PS2. How many
I had a
games on
PSP.
that? I had a PSP as well. What did you play on PSP? Do you remember? Do you remember Yu-Gi-Oh?
I think maybe FIFA.
Did you play Yu-Gi-Oh? The card game.
No,
Did you play Pokemon?
not really, no.
No.
I think I might have had it when I had a Game Boy, like when but I was never into that kind of stuff.
Game Boy
man.
SP. Did you have an SP? Game of Color.
I had a Game Boy Color,
Pokemon.
purple one.
Did you play Pokemon on Game Boy Color?
And now we got purple freshly grounded. No, I didn't.
Wow.
I can't remember.
That was a long time ago. I'm not the biggest fan of portable stuff, but
Yeah, it
PS2,
wasn't great.
amazing. Oh man,
What other things were big in our childhood?
Game Boy, PS2, Pokemon. I remember Pokemon wrestling in like infant school, primary school was massive. But then when it got to like secondary school,
Bro, did you ever, when you were really little, did you used to watch Teletubbies?
yes,
Bro,
Yes.
one time, yeah, we came home from primary school,
yeah.
and guess what my mum had bought?
What?
The Tubby Toast.
No,
Bro, it was like
Seriously?
we were in Teletubbies.
Really?
It was actual, like, the toast, and you put it in toast, and we're like, what?
What was it? The Teletubby toaster or the toast?
No, the toast.
That's
They had, like,
crazy.
Tubby Toast or something?
Yeah, Tubby, and then there was that Hoover,
Yeah,
and that Hoover came, and then there was a baby in the sky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was Ajib.
that was crazy.
I wonder what that
Wow.
baby looks like now.
Probably our age.
Yeah,
Must
yeah.
be. No, younger than us.
Oh,
So
I
we
would have
were
said
like-
older.
But we weren't babies when we were watching it. We were like,
Yeah, but that baby was probably like a footage from back in the day.
true, maybe. What else is there? Teletubbies. Do you remember What's that show?
I remember there was a show called Tweenies or something.
No, I wasn't one.
And then what happened is like they were racist and they got cut off air or something like that.
Really?
I think so.
No way.
I think because there was I vaguely remember from my memory, like there was one of the Tweenies that they was being
That's
like,
crazy.
yeah, I can't remember what.
Because
And then
they're
as I
all
was getting
different
older, I
colours, they're all
remember Dick
different
and Dom bogies.
Dick,
was the funniest thing I've
it
ever
was so
watched.
good. Dick and Dom in the bungalow. In the bungalow.
Yeah,
it was
in the
all like
bungalow, 'cause they were cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then do you remember they went to the library? There's
They heard live and just shout bogies, and it was a
Amazing.
craze, bro.
And it
Everyone
was-
was just doing
And
it.
there was an episode where they're in the bungalow, and you had to make, I don't know which one, was it Dom? You had to try and make him laugh. He had like something in his mouth,
I
and they used to
remember.
say jokes over the phone. It was so good. Oh, that was a great show. That was actually legit. I would watch that now.
Yeah.
They should bring it back.
I remember I was talking in the podcast before about I used to love coming home from school, going on CITV and watching
Yeah.
Bernard's Watch.
Oh,
Oh,
Queen's Nose,
bro,
Berners Watch.
I used to
Oh,
love Bernard's
man.
Watch, and now if you think back at it of how like shirky it is that the guy pauses his time and stuff. Like,
Man, it's haram.
I would never let my son watch that.
Who is this guy? Who's this?
Like you got pause that, but back then you were like,
Yeah.
oh, if I got my hands on that stopwatch.
Yeah. Like, you could do anything.
Because he used to stop it and like if he didn't like someone, he'd like just move their glass out of their hand,
Yeah.
play it, and the glass would drop.
Yeah, it's good. Like the power
Shit,
that the power that young boy had. The power he could stop time.
He just found it, didn't he?
Some wizard man gave it to him.
Astaghfirullah,
It's
man.
good. Did you remember Queen's Nose? Equally mad.
Vaguely.
So it was a 50p, and you could grant you wishes.
Astaghfirullah.
And I remember, there was an episode where this girl she rubbed the Queen's nose and she wanted spaghetti, so her bowl just kept come with spaghetti, and I was like, and I was like, oh, that spaghetti looked delicious. I wanted some spaghetti. Do you remember Demon Headmaster? That was older.
Vaguely.
That was like there was a
I remember
Demon
their name.
Headmaster. What was a good show? Okay, this is okay. In like when I was in year 7, year 8, come home. Do you remember News Round?
Yes.
So get 5:30 News Round
I
on.
loved Newsround, man.
Get your info. 6 p.m. Simpsons, BBC
I
Two.
hated Simpsons.
You hate the Simpsons.
I never really watched cartoons, man.
Do you hate anime?
Yeah. Well, I won't say I hate it, I just don't watch
Okay, you
it.
need to. Okay, that's another day. That's another. Okay, after Simpsons, Malcolm in the Middle.
Nah, never watched that.
After Malcolm in the Middle, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
No, never watched that.
So from 5:30 to 8 p.m., that's all I did. This is why I wasn't very smart as a child, because I used to watch TV constantly.
I used to enjoy... I used to enjoy like making websites on Pixel and stuff.
What then? I used to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Malcolm, you never knew you used to watch any of this stuff. See,
Nah, I
you
never
productive.
watched that stuff.
I used to come home from school, sit in front of TV, eat, and then probably not do my homework.
I'll tell you one thing I remember from my childhood that really like affected me negatively. It was in school, we had to once write like what we would want to be when we're older.
Yeah.
And it was in primary school. And I remember just being so affected by it, thinking like, I don't know what I want to be. And everyone else around me was like, firefighter and this, that, the other. And I was like, I don't know what I want to be. I think that I ended up writing policeman or something because I just
Yeah.
had to write something. And I remember like throughout my childhood, always remembering that moment and thinking to myself, it's so sad because I don't know what I want to be when I'm older. And I feel, even at that young age, I felt like I had no drive or no ambition.
Yeah.
And I was just sad because I was like, look, everyone in my class knows what they want to do. And I must have been 6 years old, bro. It was like year 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But I just remember being sad, man. Like, and then as I grew in my childhood, I never forgot that moment. And even now, I remember the exact place I was. I remember the teacher saying, write down what you want to be when you're older. And me just seeing people write a fireman and stuff. And me thinking, I don't want to be a fireman. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. I don't know what I want to be. And the crazy thing is that even when I became 22, 23, and I still didn't know what I wanted to be. And you just fall into...
Yeah.
Actually, when you were 6, did you ever think that I would be a UX researcher?
No.
That didn't even exist, bro, that
It
role.
didn't even... I mean, no one knows what they want to be. Like, my friend was telling me the other day, he's like, we're going to be working for the next probably 40 years of our lives. You're not going to be doing the same thing for
Yeah.
the next 40 years. Like, even that question's a bit weird. What do you want to be when you're older? I want to be a good person. I want to be like,
Yeah.
I want to like. You can't. It's a weird question to ask kids.
It is a weird. It is.
What do you
want
to be? That's deep. That's a philosophical
It's such a deep question, bro.
What do you want to be? I want to.
What's a better question that you could ask a child? Like, you know, when you make small talk, you like your nephew or whatever, or your friends like, oh, this is my kid. The kid's 5 years old. Oh, hello. What's your name? Musa.
Yeah.
Oh, Musa. What's the next question? Because the go-to question is, what do you want to be when you're older? So, what's a better question?
Like, what? I want to say, what do you enjoy doing? Because like kids, what do you enjoy doing? Like kids will do loads of stuff. They like random stuff, and then I guess if you could like nurture that rather than like, oh, you're gonna be a doctor.
That's pressure.
Yeah,
man.
it's pressure.
Do you know
like,
what I like to say to kids when I leave? Like, if for example, there's like my friend and he's got a kid, and I like to say, make sure you're good to your parents.
That's a great one.
I love saying that to because maybe. Oh no!
What's happening?
No, the camera just died out, but hopefully it saved everything. All right, so what? Oh, I can't even see it. No, you probably are. So basically, I'm probably not even going to cut that whole bit out because I just can't be bothered. So what happened basically is that one of the SD cards got full because I'm filming on 4K.
Yeah.
But what was we just saying?
We were talking
I wanted to finish that point.
Telling kids.
Yeah. So it could be that it could be that kid for some reason looks up to you, or because you're a new face, and they're always hearing from their parents, or they're always getting told off or whatever. They maybe like feel a bit of animosity towards their parents, and just you, a random stranger, going, "Oh, remember to be good to your parents," might trigger something. I mean, it's a good message.
That's a good point. You know what I like to say? Same type of thing I say. Remember to look after your mum.
Yeah.
And it's always because like, especially to boys, because they feel like they want to be strong and stuff. Look after your little sister. Look after your mum. And I think it's not saying listen to your mum, because that's like you're already doing something bad. Hey, remember to listen to your mum. Take care of your mum. I think that's a nice thing to say. Is like, oh, cool, I remember that.
Yeah, I agreed.
Uplifting.
Bro, Adam, it's Maghrib time, so we're going to have to wrap this up, bro. Jazakallah khair for jumping on the podcast again.
Anytime.
I absolutely love having a conversation with you, man. And people might be listening to this episode and say, I didn't gain nothing from it, but I gained a lot from it, bro. Just having a lovely conversation with a lovely brother. It does so much for your mental health. It's great for increasing dopamine. And
it's great for dopamine.
Yeah, and so I'm very grateful, man. Jazakallah khair.
Alhamdulillah.